The mysteries of ancient Egypt and its hidden secrets.
These tombs represent the technology of resurrection.
Some of their greatest achievements lost beneath the sand and water of the Nile Valley. Until now.
Beneath the tranquil waters of the Nile and the Mediterranean lies a world forgotten by time. Recent underwater discoveries have unveiled ancient Egyptian rock carvings that challenge our understanding of history. These submerged relics, hidden for millennia, are now emerging, revealing secrets that could rewrite the annals of ancient civilization. 1. The Aswan carvings resurface. In 2024, a joint French-Egyptian archaeological team made a groundbreaking discovery near Aswan. Submerged beneath the Nile's waters, they found rock carvings depicting pharaohs Amenhotep III and Thutmose IV, accompanied by hieroglyphic inscriptions. These carvings, lost during the construction of the Aswan High Dam in the 1960s, have remained remarkably preserved, offering new insights into Egypt's illustrious past. 2. Thonis Heracleion, Egypt's Atlantis. Once a bustling port city, Thonis Heracleion vanished beneath the Mediterranean over a millennium ago. Rediscovered by archaeologist Frank Goddio, this submerged city has yielded statues, temples, and inscriptions, painting a vivid picture of a lost civilization. The city's sudden disappearance remains a mystery, with theories ranging from natural disasters to gradual submergence. 3. The enigmatic carvings of Lake Nasser. Lake Nasser, formed after the Aswan High Dam's construction, concealed numerous archaeological treasures. Recent dives have unveiled carvings and inscriptions on submerged rock formations, hinting at religious practices and daily life of ancient Egyptians. These findings underscore the vastness of Egypt's submerged heritage. 4. Cleopatra's sunken palace. Off the coast of Alexandria lies the remnants of Cleopatra's palace, submerged due to seismic activity. Underwater excavations have revealed sphinxes, columns, and artifacts, offering a glimpse into the opulence of her reign. The discovery raises questions about the extent of Alexandria's ancient grandeur, now lost to the sea. 5. The sacred city of Canopus. Adjacent to Thonis Heracleion, Canopus was a center of worship and healing. Submerged ruins reveal temples dedicated to Serapis and Isis, along with artifacts indicating a blend of Greek and Egyptian cultures. The city's submergence adds to the narrative of Egypt's disappearing coastal cities. 6. The mystery of Menouthis. Menouthis, another city lost beneath the waves, was renowned for its religious significance. Excavations have uncovered statues and inscriptions, suggesting it was a hub for pilgrimage and healing. The reasons for its submergence remain speculative, adding to the enigma of Egypt's sunken cities. 7. The Osiris mysteries beneath the sea. Underwater discoveries have unveiled artifacts related to the worship of Osiris, including ceremonial boats and offerings. These findings indicate that significant religious rituals occurred in areas now submerged, highlighting the spiritual importance of these lost sites. 8. The unfinished stories of submerged Egypt. Each discovery beneath Egypt's waters adds a piece to the puzzle of its ancient history. Yet many questions remain unanswered. What other secrets lie hidden beneath the silt and waves? As technology advances, the hope is that more of these submerged stories will resurface, offering a fuller picture of Egypt's illustrious past. 9. The submerged Sphinx that shouldn't exist. In 2020, underwater scans off Abu Qir Bay revealed something bizarre beneath the sea floor. A head, a torso, and then a body. What emerged was a never-before-seen sphinx. But this wasn't like Giza. It had fish-like features, a humanoid face, and scales instead of fur carved along its sides. Nearby, archaeologists found fragments referencing Sobek, the crocodile god, and Atum, god of the primeval waters. Even more shocking, dating suggested the site was over 4,000 years old, older than the Sphinx of Giza. Yet no texts mention a coastal sphinx or temple here. Some say it was a lost guardian, part of a ceremonial island that sank after an earthquake. Others speculate it was linked to a subaquatic cult of Osiris, worshipping him through water-bound rites. The final twist? Sonar mapping revealed what looked like a sunken stone pathway leading away from the Sphinx, disappearing into deeper water. Where does it go? And why was this hybrid monument buried and forgotten? 10. The Temple of the Drowned Stars. In 2019, divers found a strange circular structure near Herakleion. Inside, carvings of star maps, but not of the sky above. These showed constellations shaped like waves, serpents, and fish, as if viewed from below the sea. Dubbed the Temple of the Drowned Stars, it bore symbols of Nun, the primordial ocean god. The walls were covered in spirals, whirlpools, and energy patterns that physicists said resembled modern fluid dynamics. Even stranger, inside a sealed vault, divers uncovered stone tablets written in a completely unknown script. Some likened it to Linear A, others to Proto-Sumerian glyphs. Some scholars think it was a convergence site where Egyptians and seafaring cultures like the Minoans shared star knowledge. Others claim it belonged to a forgotten sea-worshipping civilization, erased from history. And one theory goes deeper, that it was never lost to time, just waiting for someone to return. 11th, the colossal red granite statue of Ptolemy II. In the submerged ruins of ancient Alexandria, near what was once the royal quarter, archaeologists made a striking discovery: a colossal red granite statue of Pharaoh Ptolemy II standing over 5 meters tall. Recovered during underwater excavations led by the European Institute for Underwater Archaeology and Frank Goddio. The statue was found buried in sediment off the coast, remarkably well preserved, despite centuries underwater. What makes this find especially important isn't just its size, but where it was found. The statue was part of a larger ensemble, likely belonging to a sunken temple complex, possibly associated with Cleopatra's palace or the Ptolemaic dynasty's ceremonial harbor. Alongside the statue were fragments of obelisks, sphinxes, and additional statuary representing both Greek and Egyptian gods, evidence of how the Ptolemaic rulers blended Hellenistic and Egyptian traditions to legitimize their rule. Some experts believe the statue once stood at the entrance of a temple devoted to the god Osiris, possibly used during royal festivals or divine processions before it was lost to sea level rise and earthquakes that devastated the Alexandrian coastline in the 4th century AD. Its recovery not only confirms written accounts of Alexandria's grandeur, it offers a rare glimpse at the scale and artistry of a city now mostly lost beneath the sea. 12th, the head of Serapis at Canopus. In the sunken ruins of Canopus, just east of Herakleion, divers made a stunning discovery: a colossal marble head of the god Serapis, lying beneath layers of sand and coral. Serapis was a Greco-Egyptian deity created under the Ptolemaic dynasty to unify Greek and Egyptian religious beliefs. This massive sculpture, recovered by Frank Gottio's team, stood as a powerful symbol of Alexandria's multicultural legacy. The head, once part of a statue likely towering over 4 meters high, was found near the submerged temple of Serapis, along with broken columns and ceremonial altars. Its facial features blended Greek idealism with Egyptian symbolism, proof of how deeply integrated the two cultures had become. What fascinated researchers was the location. This statue wasn't isolated. It was part of a massive ceremonial site, lost beneath the waves due to earthquakes and rising sea levels. Its preservation underwater, despite centuries of exposure, is a miracle in itself, and a stark reminder of what ancient Alexandria once was, a cosmopolitan beacon of religion, knowledge, and cultural fusion. Today, the head of Serapis is on display in museum exhibitions, a ghostly remnant of the sacred city now sleeping beneath the sea. 13. The Osiris barge beneath Canopus. In 2019, underwater archaeologists exploring the submerged city of Canopus in Abu Qir Bay uncovered a remarkable find, a nearly intact ceremonial barge believed to be associated with the ancient Egyptian god Osiris. This sycamore wood vessel, dating back over 2,000 years, was likely used in the Mysteries of Osiris festival, a ritual reenactment of the god's death and resurrection. The barge's discovery, alongside votive offerings and temple ruins, provides profound insights into the religious practices of the time. 14. The Naos of the Decades. Among the submerged ruins of Heracleion, fragments of a black granite shrine known as the Naos of the Decades were recovered. Dating to the reign of Pharaoh Nectanebo I, 4th century BCE, this shrine features intricate carvings representing the 36 decans, star groups used in ancient Egyptian astronomy to divide the sky. The Naos serves as a testament to the Egyptians' sophisticated understanding of celestial movements and their integration into religious and calendrical systems. 15. The Hidden Temple of Amun. In 2023, a joint Egyptian-European archaeological mission announced the discovery of a submerged temple dedicated to the god Amun in the ancient city of Thonis Heracleion. Located near the city's main temple, this sanctuary contained well-preserved artifacts, including bronze ceremonial instruments and stone inscriptions. The temple's strategic position near the harbor underscores Amun's significance in maritime activities and the city's religious landscape. 16. The Aphrodite Sanctuary. Adjacent to the newly discovered Temple of Amun, archaeologists uncovered a Greek sanctuary devoted to the goddess Aphrodite. This find highlights the cultural intermingling in Thonis Heracleion, where Egyptian and Greek deities were worshipped side by side. Artifacts such as terracotta figurines and inscriptions in Greek script provide valuable insights into the religious practices of the city's diverse inhabitants during the Ptolemaic period. 17. The Royal Quarters of Anti-Rhodos. Beneath the waters of Alexandria's eastern harbor lies the submerged island of Anti-Rhodos, once home to Cleopatra's royal palace. Excavations have revealed remnants of grand structures, including marble floors, columns, and statues. Among the notable discoveries is a life-size statue believed to represent Cleopatra's father, Ptolemy XII. The island's submersion, likely due to seismic activity in the 4th century CE, has preserved these relics, offering a glimpse into the opulence of the Ptolemaic dynasty. 18. The Temple of Taposiris Magna. West of Alexandria, the Temple of Taposiris Magna has been the focus of extensive archaeological investigations led by Dr. Kathleen Martinez. Believed by some to be the final resting place of Cleopatra and Mark Antony, the site has yielded numerous artifacts, including coins bearing Cleopatra's image and a statue that may depict the queen herself. The temple's strategic location and its association with the goddess Isis lend credence to theories about its significance in the Ptolemaic period. 19. The sunken ships of Abu Qir Bay. In the depths of Abu Qir Bay, archaeologists have discovered a fleet of ancient ships dating back to the Roman era. Among these are ceremonial boats and cargo vessels, some carrying treasures like gold coins and statues. These findings shed light on the maritime trade routes and naval prowess of ancient Egypt, as well as the cataclysmic events such as earthquakes and tsunamis that led to the submergence of these vessels. 20. The Lost City of Meneuthus. Adjacent to Canopus and Heracleion, the submerged city of Meneuthus has revealed a wealth of artifacts, including temples, statues, and inscriptions. Once a center of pilgrimage and healing, Meneuthus was renowned for its sanctuary, dedicated to the goddess Isis. The city's sudden disappearance beneath the waves remains a subject of research, with theories pointing to natural disasters as the primary cause. 21. The severed obelisk under the sea. In 2021, while mapping submerged ruins near Abu Qir Bay, sonar scans revealed something strange, a perfectly rectangular stone, lying flat beneath centuries of sediment. When divers excavated it, they realized it was part of a severed obelisk, not standing, but broken in half and covered in marine growth. What stunned archaeologists was its scale. The obelisk would have stood over 70 feet tall, rivaling those of Luxor or Karnak. But no historical record mentioned an obelisk ever being erected near these coastal cities. The mystery deepened when divers found its base half a mile away, rotated, scorched, and etched with unknown hieroglyphs not found in any dynastic catalogue. Was it toppled by an earthquake or something else? Some believe the obelisk wasn't just decorative, it was a marker, a beacon for seafarers, or even a spiritual boundary. If so, what was it protecting? 22nd. The Subaquatic Library of Scrolls. In 2023, a dive near the ruins of Antihodos revealed a collapsed chamber, once part of a royal hall or temple. Inside, embedded in thick mud, were dozens of clay and stone canisters, each sealed with wax and inscriptions. Inside, scroll fragments. Radiocarbon testing placed them in the Ptolemaic period, and although most were too damaged to read, a handful survived, written in Demotic script and Greek. Some mention medical rituals, others detailed temple blueprints and naval movements between Alexandria and Crete. But the most mysterious scroll fragment reads, "The flame of knowledge kept below, away from fire and men." Scholars now believe these scrolls were intentionally hidden, perhaps part of a backup royal archive kept offshore in case of attack. Was this a satellite library connected to the Library of Alexandria? If so, what else might be buried nearby? 23rd. The Sacred Gold Jewelry of Heracleion. In 2021, while excavating a submerged sanctuary in Thonis Heracleion, archaeologists made a glittering discovery beneath layers of mud and silt, a cache of gold jewelry and ritual artifacts, astonishingly well preserved. The items included intricately crafted earrings, necklaces, amulets, and rings engraved with religious iconography, likely worn by high-ranking temple priests or elite citizens during religious festivals. Some pieces were dedicated to Amun and Mut, key deities in the Egyptian pantheon. But this wasn't mere treasure, it was ritual gold. The objects were found inside a collapsed ceremonial chamber, possibly part of a processional route used during the Mysteries of Osiris, a sacred rite in which divine relics were carried from temple to temple through canals connecting Heracleion to Canopus. According to Frank Godio's team, the jewelry was discovered alongside bronze ceremonial instruments, silver mirrors, and alabaster perfume containers, suggesting it was intentionally buried as an offering to the gods, not lost by accident. The find not only confirms the wealth and sophistication of Heracleon's priesthood, it also reveals the spiritual depth of this now lost city, where wealth was used not just to display power, but to honor the divine. 24. The map that shows no Egypt. In 2020, divers exploring the northern tip of Thonis Heracleion recovered a small, flat bronze disc, roughly the size of a dinner plate, heavily oxidized and barnacle-covered. It wasn't until restoration teams cleaned it that they realized it was a map, but not of Egypt. The disc depicted a landmass surrounded by water, with mountain ridges and river systems, none of which matched the Nile Delta. In fact, the outline more closely resembles the shape of South America's eastern coast. How could a map like that exist in a temple chamber in ancient Egypt? Some researchers say it's a symbolic depiction of the afterlife. Others believe it's simply a misinterpretation. But one epigrapher claims the markings on the back include Punic symbols linked to ancient Phoenician seafarers known to have traveled far beyond the Mediterranean. Could this be evidence of cross-oceanic contact long before Columbus? Or was it placed there for a reason? 25. The sunken port of Neapolis. In 2017, off the coast of modern-day Nabil, Tunisia, underwater archaeologists discovered the submerged ruins of Neapolis, an ancient Roman city long thought to be lost. For centuries, it was believed that the city had been destroyed by war or conquest, until seismic evidence suggested otherwise. Beneath the waves, divers uncovered streets, monuments, and a vast industrial complex, all preserved under layers of sand and coral. Among the most stunning finds were dozens of vats used for fermenting fish, revealing that Neapolis was a massive center for producing garum, a prized fermented fish sauce exported across the Roman Empire. The city was likely submerged by a tsunami triggered by a 4th century AD earthquake, the same event that devastated parts of Crete and Alexandria. Unlike purely ceremonial ruins, Neapolis offers a rare window into everyday ancient industry, showing how entire economies vanished in minutes, swallowed by the sea. This find confirms that the Mediterranean still hides lost cities beneath its surface, and Neapolis is just the beginning. What else lies buried beneath the waves, waiting to rewrite history? The deeper we dive, the closer we come to secrets the ancient world never meant for us to find. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.